Hello, I'm McDemmy. Thank you for watching. Today we have the 5 major reasons why Bitcoin has crashed going to 2018 from a high of about 19,000 in late December of 2017, and today it's falling all the way to 10,000 and change. And here's the first reason why this has happened. First reason why is Bitcoin's futures of the CBOE and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange of the CME, and it's the first time in history where you can actually make money by betting against Bitcoin. And what this means is major investors, let's say they have $100 million in Bitcoin, they have a huge supply, they can sell their supply of Bitcoin while buying futures against it, shorting their position. So if you were to try to sell $100 million in Bitcoin on the market, the price is naturally going to start plummeting on Bitcoin. So as you're selling your coins, you can take that money and you can buy futures saying it's going to go down in value, and you can make money selling your coins. So there was a big incentive for a lot of people to sell coins. First time where you can actually make money betting against it. And if you're a major news publication, the CNNs, the Foxes, all the Bloombergs, all those things, if you put out negative press stories about Bitcoin and that causes the prices to go down, you could short it and then publish those stories. So you can actually make money putting out bad press. So it was the first time that caused that. The second reason why is the Bitcoin transaction fees. They have skyrocketed going into January of this year. As you can tell, the transaction fee went shooting all the way up. And this has to do with the fact that Bitcoin can only handle about 4 transactions a second. There was a lot more transactions taking place, and it became the first time that people started to realize that maybe there's actually a problem with the transactions here, and it's very difficult to actually use this technology. So that was a major reason why as well. The third major reason why is because Coinbase, also known as GDAX, which is this screen here, released Bitcoin Cash for the first time. And this was on December 21st, going into December 20th, 21st. And what ended up happening is that because they released Bitcoin Cash on Coinbase, probably the number one exchange of all the cryptocurrencies, at least in America, so many people took their money out of Bitcoin, they sold off their Bitcoins, and they started buying Bitcoin Cash with the excitement and the hysteria. And as a result, that naturally caused a plummet. This site here will tell you that on the 20th and the 21st, this site says it fell to 13.8, but I was actually on GDAX on the 21st seeing Bitcoin Cash being released, and I can tell you that I saw Bitcoin falling to 11,000, maybe even a little bit in the high tens, and then it rebounded pretty rapidly. But releasing Bitcoin Cash on GDAX was a major cause of the plummet. The next reason is that there's a lot of fear that Korea and particularly parts of China are talking about regulating Bitcoin and cryptos. And people are particularly suspicious about whether or not the South Korean government's going to be cracking down on it altogether and forbidding Bitcoin to their people living in South Korea, or if they're just going to try to regulate it. So this scare has caused a lot of people throughout the world to fear the ramifications of losing a lot of people in South Korea who are Bitcoin holders or potential holders. And, if government started to crack down on this, then it actually becomes a less valuable international currency as it doesn't cross borders very well. So that's scaring people a lot. And the final reason is that IRS subpoenaed Coinbase with a warrant, and they forced them to release information on the holders of Coinbase users. And Coinbase was forced to give up their users' information about how many Bitcoins they had so that they'd be forced to pay taxes on capital gains, on their Bitcoin capital gains. And because it's the end of the year, people now have to withdraw some of their money, they have to sell some of their coins to pay those taxes. So if you're a person through 2017 who saw their Bitcoins go from $3,000 up to, 10,000 or higher, and you tripled your money or quadrupled your money, and your $100,000 is now worth $400,000, the United States government wants you to pay capital gains tax on the $300,000 profit. So in some cases, people are going to have to pay about $75,000 in taxes. So what do they do if they don't have that money sitting in their bank? They're going to have to sell off some assets, particularly sell off their Bitcoins. And they sell $75,000 worth of Bitcoins, and that created a massive sell. So there's 4 major reasons why Bitcoin has crashed through 2018. Now I can tell you, I have a small supply of Bitcoin. It's not a whole lot of money, but I would like to see it rebound just for my own personal value. So it's unfortunate to see all these news happening, but this is one last look at the final chart. I'm McDemmy. Thanks for watching, and that was the 5 major reasons why Bitcoin has crashed through 2018.